The world is full of traps on every corner, ready to diminish your power. Just take a look at every famous movie or TV show that's being promoted, or the types of people being idolized today. Nothing escapes the elite's agenda of mind control. We're being brainwashed to accept weakness. There's a very famous story about a lion that I want you to hear. Once upon a time, there was a fierce lion that everyone feared. One day, this lion fell in love with the farmer's daughter. However, there was a problem: the farmer hated the lion. Upon learning of the lion's love for his daughter, the farmer wanted to thwart the relationship. The cunning farmer called the lion and proposed a condition to allow him to marry his daughter: the lion should remove its sharp claws to ensure the daughter's safety. The lion, enticed by the idea of marriage, agreed to break its claws. The next day, the lion returned to the farmer, now without claws, and asked for the daughter's hand in marriage. However, the cunning farmer wasn't satisfied and asked for more: the lion should remove its sharp teeth and fangs. Again, the lion agreed and broke its fangs. But when the lion returned to the farmer the next day, the farmer attacked and killed it. This time, the lion was devoid of its claws and fangs to defend itself. Everything that gave the lion strength had been voluntarily surrendered, one by one. Remember, brethren, the world we live in today isn't any different. Greater forces are at play, carefully designing the matrix to keep us enslaved to our desires and impulses. And here's the harsh truth: you can blame the elites or the controllers as much as you want, but ultimately, it's we who choose to obey voluntarily. Strength is a virtue that all of us should follow, be it in professional, financial, or romantic aspects of life. Nowadays, many complain about everything, overspend on drugs and pornography, and even apologize for things that don't warrant apologies. Let's analyze the habits that weaken men. Mocking others is a point that not many people talk about, but as a high-value individual, you should never look down on others. You might have heard the example of the crab bucket: when one crab is about to escape the bucket, others pull it back. If you find yourself mocking others, remember this: you are beneath them, period. Of course, this doesn't mean you shouldn't correct someone for their mistakes, but don't make jokes about it. As a man, you need to teach and guide your brothers without resentment or ulterior motives. Remember, strong and confident individuals don't diminish others; instead, they support and uplift them. Listen to what Mike Tyson says about it: social media made you all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Easily yielding to feudal laws. Want to know the difference between a coward and a high-value individual? Simple. The coward will always align with the majority, even if what they're saying is clearly wrong. Worse still, the coward expects the high-value person to also submit to these feudal and harmful laws and regulations. A high-value individual always examines and judges everything before deciding to follow. In today's world, we've been so conditioned with the mentality that you shouldn't judge or that you shouldn't do this or that. This is spiraling out of control. You become a mere puppet and lab rat at this point, submitting to all the agendas and laws they create. There's nothing wrong with obedience, but obey only what aligns with your purpose, your mission. Ask yourself if you're someone who easily caves in and tries to please everyone. For some, learning to say no can be incredibly tough. But if you act based on truth, you'll come to understand that the world won't collapse around you. I've witnessed so many people lead lives of fear within their marriages, as if their partner were some kind of tyrant, and they dare not speak up or correct them. This is a clear example of feudal submission. Weak body language. The concept of body language is crucial. This encompasses nonverbal cues such as a handshake, eye contact, how you sit or walk, and how you move when you converse and engage with others. People can gauge whether you're strong or weak by your body language. Be deliberate with your body and maintain a strong posture. Remember, your body language is easily the first and most straightforward way to prevent anyone from taking advantage of you. Avoiding failure is a challenge for many people nowadays. Most individuals tend to choose comfort over growth. Remember that growth can be painful and often lies hidden behind failure. There's a famous example of a man searching for diamonds by digging. He doesn't know how deep beneath the surface the diamond lies, yet he keeps digging. Initially, he only sees more dirt each time he digs, but he persists. After a few hours or even days, he finds what he was seeking. So, remember, brethren, failure isn't the end. If this is your mindset, rest assured you'll never succeed in anything worthwhile. Think about anything valuable. Let's say you start a business. Initially, you might face numerous what people call failures as you learn the business and win over customers. But only when you stay in the game long enough and don't try to escape these temporary failures do you witness growth. The same applies to interactions with women. At first, when you approach them, you might seem like a man unfamiliar with how to interact. Yet, your success is hidden behind these temporary failures. This is a small price a strong man must pay for success. We are often conditioned as children to be ashamed of our mistakes and failures, to attempt justifying them by blaming others. You might have said, "It's not my fault," or, "That person is to blame." These are the thoughts of a loser. Listen to this quote and write it down if you wish: a weak man is the one who blames his failure on the strength of others. Failure to accept responsibility is a recurring theme. Going back to the story of the lion and the farmer's daughter, the primary reason the lion loses everything in the end boils down to his lack of awareness of his responsibility. His responsibility was to live as a lion. His sharp teeth and claws were part of what defined him as a lion. However, he forgot this responsibility and chose to abandon it. The same applies to your life. Embrace your responsibilities with pride. Repeat after me: I will honor my responsibilities with pride, as they make me stronger. The day you choose to evade your responsibilities is the day you choose to forsake the essence of your being. I want you to commit this quote to memory: the price of greatness is responsibility. Listen to it again: the price of greatness is responsibility. Wasting your young days. Your 20s, and even your 30s to some extent, are what we call the golden days. These are the days when you should be building, building, and building. Think of a farmer who plants a seed. He doesn't expect that seed to bear fruit the very next day. In your 20s, much like the farmer sowing seeds, you need to plant spiritual, emotional, and physical seeds that will help you grow. But here's the crucial part: don't expect to harvest those fruits immediately. Just keep planting. Before you know it, you'll have sown forests and gardens that attract the right kind of life. By planting, I mean challenging yourself. This doesn't mean you need to strive and work 24/7, but always keep in mind that these are the days when you have the most energy and the opportunity to take the biggest risks. Use it to your advantage. Especially when you're young, you might feel like you're missing out on the culture of being with various people by investing in yourself. But resist the urge. You may not understand this now, but as you mature in age, you'll be grateful for not getting distracted. Listen to the wisest man on earth's perspective about your youthful days. These are the words of Solomon. You who are young, be happy while you are young, and let your heart give you joy in the days of your youth. Follow the ways of your heart and whatever your eyes see. But know that for all these things God will bring you into judgment. Don't be lazy and unproductive with your time. When do you go to bed? When do you wake up? How is your day structured? What do you do when you return from work? These are all questions you need to take seriously. Don't think of them as secondary tasks you can consider when you have free time. As someone striving for success in all areas, you need to meticulously plan your day. Consider why the powerful are so successful in building the matrix. Every aspect and area was carefully planned. Similarly, think about every part of your day, the people you're interacting with, the content you're consuming. If you don't have the right thoughts in your mind, rest assured you've given the matrix an open pathway into you. Laziness is the greatest enemy in today's world. You may have so many business or life-related thoughts, yet never act on them. If you allow it, laziness will slowly creep into you, devouring and hindering your productive life progress without you even noticing. Always remember, brethren, that laziness only has a chance against the weak. A high-value man quickly learns to detect and correct it. Stay aware of laziness and combat it as soon as possible. So remember, brethren, weakness is the virtue of the modern society, weakness is what they pursue. But strength is your greatest virtue. Seek strength in every opportunity and remember that God is your ultimate strength. Don't forget to show your support. Click the subscribe button and like to let the algorithm know the video is good and recommend it to more people. Stay tuned and watch the videos that appear here. Until next time.